hard. Shout to him, can taste the smell. Yo, it ain't hard to tell. Ride track like they'll earn hard. I'll never die broke, so I can always earn hard. And I always stay humble and I give it all to God. I'm mysterious, peculiar, and a little odd. I am I-B, I am the E. All I want before I die, the track is Dre or Primo V. Honestly, most MCs ain't effing with me. Sonically, my lyrical pathology masters me to the script, so meaningful poetry. Or some wisdom in my lines, or some truth in my rhymes, or even reminiscent of a couple of dimes. Either way, son, I'm telling you, you won't respect mine. Yes, I always shine every single day. You know I don't play. Nothing studies the secrets of this society, and I teach it to my sons every other day. If it doesn't come play, I promise victory. My papa sent the way, but my mom was too strong. So now she just loves hearing all of my songs. And I'm climbing the building like my name was King Kong. I'm almost over here, just finished with the song. My joint is so long, I'm not talking about that. So I want you to listen that you need to step back. Truth is, you need to come as you are. I'm a rap superstar, and you're in the car. Blasting your music, you always gotta choose it. True hip-hop, you should never abuse it.
And that's a good place to stop. True hip-hop, you should never abuse it. Yeah. How y'all doing? It's Eric Taylor on a Sunday. Listen, I had to get back to coming twice a week because I told you by December 31st or January 1st at the end of this year, I want to be up to 200 episodes. So it's episode 118, Knowledge is Love. And we're talking about the Aquarius-Pisces Cusp, the cusp of sensitivity, and the Astro-Weather and the energy. It's been kind of intense lately. Right now, the chart is a Leo moon. It's 1 degrees Pisces, 2:06 Eastern, right? Just in 6 hours. The moon will be moving 3 degrees, like almost 4 degrees, to get us to in the morning to the Pisces new moon at 1 degree. Okay, so happy Pisces season. My Pisces birth chart sale is official today. Written with videos, full report, $125. Went even lower for Pisces. Had to do a special sale. Live birth chart reading over Zoom, 60 minutes, $95. And the big shebang with the written report videos and the 40 to 50 minute custom video summary mini movie of your life is only $205. So Pisces, you Jupiter Neptunian folks, got special deals for y'all. I'm feeling good, feel blessed. Anybody here in the chizzy, in the chat? Okay, well, come in and say hello. Today was a blessing. I started my Astrology Foundations course and had a great group of people. They know their special name that I have for them. And I'm excited, week 1, and today was really fun, informative. We got to connect and start learning about the signs, the nuts and bolts of astrology, right? I'm a Western tropical astrologer. I use the whole sign system. It's more ancient and more accurate. I use principles of the Vedic because I'm about the truth. And I also use some principles of evolutionary astrology that I think that are very relevant and work, especially with Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Continuing Astro-Weather, Moon conjunct Saturn in Aquarius. So, that exact conjunction will be in about 10:30 Eastern, so about 4 hours from now. Should be pretty interesting and intense. Okay, we got some comments, people coming in now. How you guys doing? So,
Bella Moore, who said hi everyone, and Mia Moore loves it. Hey, Eric and Truth.
Hey, Mia Moore and Bella. Mia Moore, we missed you. I wish you would take an astrology course. Mia Moore, you should come to Coffee Talk March 11th. We're going to be reading a Coffee Talk member's chart. Excuse me, I got a freaking hair in my nose. And we're also going to probably be looking at Jupiter and Taurus, which starts May 17th. That's going to be a really, excuse me, guys, a really interesting energy that's going to be very transformative, especially that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. So yeah, you don't want to miss the next coffee talk. That's March 11th. Remember, 2 hours, $20, and it's a stone groove. All right. Last month was amazing. And I think everybody really enjoys. Bella, you can share. People enjoy learning the lesson and then doing a birth chart. And it's a collective group reading of one person's birth chart. So it's really fascinating. Not only is it a great way to learn, but it's just a good time exchanging astrology knowledge and learning, But tonight, I told you it's the Leo rising, part of fortune in Leo right now for the chart. Pluto is still at that 29th degree. I mean, the energy, I haven't really gotten to the news this weekend, but it's been explosive, all the stuff happening in Ohio, and it's pouring down to Kentucky, all these toxins. You have birds and fish and animals just dying all over in Ohio, farmland destroyed. We keep having these toxic oil spills, South Carolina, Houston, Ohio. It's I don't know, you guys. I'm not going to say what I really feel about it on here, but it's, there are no accidents. Let me say that. So all this tells me is that the clock is ticking, and Saturn in Pisces is coming March 7th. And to me, this Astro-Weather speaks to us really getting more and more spiritually disciplined. And that's what this new moon coming late tonight and early in the morning is really energizing us to set these intentions for Pisces season, to be self-love, to be agape Christ-like love, to be compassion, to be empathy, to be intuitive, to be psychic. In order to do that, you have to put in the spiritual work, that discipline, right? Of meditating, toning, praying, all of it. Pisces season is about imagination, spirituality, creativity, also isolation. But the isolation to end winter, right? Mutable water sign coming out of the fixed air sign, Aquarius. And that sets up where we are now today, the Pisces Aquarius cusp, the cusp of sensitivity. That's a 5-day orb, right? This year it's the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st. Some years it can be the 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd. But it's a 5-day orb, 28, 29, 0, 1, 2 degrees. Some astrologers only use 29, 0. Some astrologers only do 29, 0, 1. I do 5 days. A lot of astrologers do that. But when you see people doing a 7-day, a 9-day orb, no. Fugazi. You're not feeling the energy. Okay. But remember, you're either going to be a 29 or 28 degree Aquarius. That's where your sun is, getting ready to ingress into Pisces, or you're 0, 1, 2 degrees Pisces. So you are never both signs. You're only one. But because you're on the cusp, and this is a great cusp, the aquafish, you will feel the energy of both. You can have traits that are very strong of Aquarius and of Pisces. Okay, so think of it, you're talking Saturn and Uranus. Because remember in astrology, I was talking about this in the class today. In astrology, you have only 3 signs that have 2 rulers. Scorpio has Mars and Pluto. Aquarius has Saturn, Uranus, and Pisces has Jupiter, Neptune. So those 3 signs are very layered. There's a lot of depth, a lot of, I don't want to say contradictions, but different energies playing out in the mental scope and energy and philosophies of these individuals that are born with the Scorpio sun, Aquarius sun, or Pisces sun. They just are, right? So it's really, really fascinating. Really, really fascinating. So couple of the famous people that you may know, and I just thought about this because it came up because The other day, the 17th, was what? Michael Jordan, the GOAT, Bill Russell. So they are actually, you'd have to look at their chart because they, depending on the year they were born, they could have been at 27 degrees, which would make them a straight up Aquarius, or at 28 degrees, which it was this year, maybe for the solar return, on this cusp of sensitivity. So you could throw them in: Jordan, Bill Russell, Charles Barkley, Smokey Robinson, Rihanna, Steve Jobs. There's more, but I think right there that's like a mic drop, right? Those are like some bigly heavy hitters. Very talented writers, very intuitive, very they're like the spiritual scientists. The cusp of sensitivity is really talented, but they often can be detached from relationships in the sense that they have to kind of paint. They need to find their muse, but they need to paint and create their own path and philosophy. And sometimes they're better off, male or female, doing that by themselves. But they like to have their friends and do their social events, right? Some of them like to smoke their cigars, gamble, play their cards. But think about Saturn, Uranus, Jupiter, and Neptune in one human. That's a lot. That's crazy, look crazies. So, you guys can comment if you are familiar with this energy or any thoughts on the Astro-Weather. But we are in Pisces season, so if you want, you could share what house your Pisces is in. And, Venus, the conjunction's almost over. It's about to go this week into Aries. It's at 29 degrees, right? The critical analytic degree. And it's about to go to Aries. Venus in Aries is very different. The way you want to activate that and change that is, exercising, initiating, being assertive and aggressive, with what you value, being athletic and competitive. Go for the hike, go for the walk, go exercise, lift weights, Come say hi, Truth. He's got Venus in Aquarius in Aries. Right?
Hi.
Look at that handsome guy. All right. So Venus in Aries, you just saw it right there. And, it can be very childlike and pioneering, maverick genius. So, there is this really touching the world type of energy when it comes to Venus. Venus is what? Our love language, relationships, pleasure, beauty. But it's our arts, our culture, right? It's things that we value, our self-worth. So Aries and Venus is going to value the physical body. They're going to value the I am energy. They're going to value being competitive, aggressive. Come here, girl. Come here, man. It's very, think of, remember that old movie? Well, you might not know, from the 80s, Hot Pursuit or whatever. But let's go to the chat and we'll talk some more about the energy and the matches for it.
Johannes is back.
What up, Johannes? Where you been?
I don't know. Lupita Nyogo.
Hi, Lupita.
No. That's what they said.
Oh.
I don't know if they're speaking a different language. But
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh, no, maybe they're on the cusp. Is Lupita, the actress you're talking about, is she on the cusp of sensitivity?
Probably something.
Okay.
Like that. And then Bella said, Eric, the class was amazing today. Great group, great information. And Mia said, definitely going to try to join the next coffee talk. And then Bella said, coffee talk is so much fun. Loved reading the charts of the group.
Yeah, isn't that fun, Bella? And thank you. Class was amazing today. And I didn't sleep so great last night. And then the day before, when the moon conjunct Pluto, Friday night, I got like a little stomach bug. My stomach was just zacked all day Saturday. And then I got better this morning. But that can show you the astrology playing out, as I was talking about in course today. In the course, it's important to trace the moon and really see how it's now. I think, the moon is obviously for years since '08 been hitting Capricorn every month, and Pluto. But when it hits it at the 29th degree, that's a different experience. That caused some stress and trauma to my moon physical body, right? So it's just kind of interesting, and that's what I want you guys to ascertain and observe and learn about astrology. Just watching the moon every 2.5 days in your own chart, right? 30 degrees, 60 hours, and really break it down and start to notice how you feel every 2.5 days. And when you feel that shift, right? So early while we're sleeping tonight, it's going to go into Pisces for the next 2.5 days. And so we have the Pisces new moon at 1 degree. This is the 4th consecutive. Remember, I hope you guys watched my Pisces new moon video from the live, and then I just uploaded an edited version of the segment, with my mother-in-law. And thank you for the love for her. She likes that. I always let her know. She's like, "Oh, it was so much fun," But she was good. She was really good. She actually dropped some jewels on us, right? That sage wisdom. She said some deep stuff on there. I was like, "Go ahead." I was like, "Go ahead, Grandma Lauren." she, those Aquarius, they drop it. She's 0 degrees Aquarius, so she's no joke. But it's really we're living in fascinating times, and this energy is fascinating. And just a couple of good matches that I've seen over the years for this cusp. If you're really born on this cusp, especially yesterday and today, or 2901 degrees, right? But Aquarius-Pisces can go really well with Gemini, Cancer, the cusp of magic. I've seen them go really well with the cusp of oscillation, the Cancer Leo cusp. Also the cusp of beauty, Virgo Libra. And of course, the opposite, the cusp of exposure, Kobe Bryant, Dave Chappelle, those guys. And Miss Mary, where's Mary all at? It might be too early. Oh no, maybe it's just Sunday night. She might be busy. But that's the Leo Virgo cusp. Okay. These people can be hard to figure out for relationships, because they can be very thoughtful and kind one minute, and then very mysterious, aloof, detached the next minute. I don't know if any of you guys have ever dated anybody on this cusp, but it's they're brilliant, but sometimes they're unavailable. You know what I mean? It's literally it's kind of interesting. So, but just give you, because I tend to look, you have to get a synastry birth chart reading, right? And I still have my love chart sale going on all month. Okay. 33, 51, and 143, mini live, and then synastry. But what you need to do is look at the entire chart. Basing any relationship on a sun sign, when I'm looking at a love chart, the sun sign is you hardly look at it. It's one of the maybe 6th on the list, right? I'm looking at the 7th house. I'm looking at Juno, looking at the 5th house, looking at Venus, looking at Jupiter, maybe a sprinkle of Mars, definitely the moon, maybe the moon before Mars, but the sun would probably come after that. Okay. So just to show you the importance, because sometimes I think people get caught up in astrology based on a sun sign type thing. And that's just one aspect. Each planet runs through all 12 signs. And that's how and I was talking about this today in the course, that's how you really learn the energies, right? Venus can go from Aries to Pisces. So can Mars, so can Saturn. And they all have different archetypes and relationships to you and to other people throughout the chart through the lens of the 12 house zodiac wheel. Okay. So it's really important. And, definitely these people, oh my God, they can be kind of wild. They can be kind of freak nasty. But what I've seen is that their passion and their work comes first. Think about Smokey Robinson, Kurt Cobain, Rihanna, Jordan. I mean, I saw Mike in action in Madison Square Garden. So let me tell you. So I had season tickets to the Knicks. So women would come up to me, give me their business card with their hotel room number on it, and ask me to give it to Spike to give to Mike. This is when he was married to old girl. Now, see, what happened was he got her pregnant, and then the father was a senator or in Chicago or Illinois politics. And then, kind of pressured, like, listen, you better marry my daughter, right? So then Mike married her. But Mike was, now they got divorced. He had 2 sons. Now he's married again. And I believe he had just 1 daughter, but I'm not sure. He may have had 2. You'd have to Google it or Siri it or whatever you do. But I know he at least had 1 daughter, but he might have had a second child with his, younger, newer wife. But Mike was cheating on the regular. They were a little crew. I don't know if you guys remember or know, but it was Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, and Derek Jeter. They were like a little crew and they would hang out. I don't know if you guys really know. I know, but I don't know if you know. Okay. So just a little insight or whatever. And they were having fun. They were having fun. But yeah, Aquarius, I wouldn't associate them with affairs and cheating, but hey, Mike does have Jupiter in the 10th house in Pisces. That expansion, right? That bigger than life and love for all. But Jupiter is a really nice energy in Pisces. It definitely is. But he's got a fascinating chart just in the sense that Michael Jordan's 6'6". His brother was like 5'9", 5'10". The father was 5'9", and the mother was like 5'8". She was a taller woman, but he was the outline, the outsider of the family just in terms of height. There was no reason for him to be 6'6", except for his birth chart. So it's really fascinating. That's a fascinating chart to study. I probably won't do it or a celebrity chart because I just believe, not to do people's charts that are still living. It's, unless you have their permission, you know what I mean? So if I could reach out to Mike, like, yo, Mike, can I do your birth chizzy? Then I would, do it. But I'm going to get back to the celebrity birth chart series soon. And like, you guys have given me some great suggestions of Marvin Gaye and Prince and, Malcolm X. I kind of did MLK real quickly on Martin Luther King Day on Instagram. You guys can always go back and watch that. That was kind of interesting. He's got a fascinating chart. I didn't get a chance to dig like deep into it, but I just did like a quick little reading, but it was still extreme. There's a lot. Dr. King was, another playboy, had a lot of affairs, but he, such a great orator and humanitarian and all those things. So, okay, let's get to the chizzy, to the chat.
What? Oh, sorry. Johanna said, I'm a Leo rising Pisces 8th house. And then Johanna said, I would love to start a YouTube channel this year. And then Bella said,
oh, good, Johannes. Let me know when you do that.
Pisces in my 3rd house. This new moon will be enshrined to my natal Neptune in the 1st house. And then Johanna said,
No. It won't be in trine. It'll be in sextile. 1st house to the 3rd house is a sextile. 1st to the 5th is the trine. Right? The sextile is 60 degrees. Trine's 120. So go ahead.
Then Johanna said Kanye's daughter, Northwest, is Gemini Sun, Virgo Moon, Gemini Rising. And then Mama Miss said,
How do you know that? Why do you know that? That's interesting. Okay.
It's probably just probably look up our birthdays.
Yeah.
And then Mama Miss said, how long y'all been live? And then she said,
since 6:30 p.m. Eastern. You, Mama Miss, you got to read the stuff in the community. I announce everything that I'm doing, you know.
And then Mom said, I'm 215 Sicilian in Aquarius-Pisces. And then Hope said, hello. And then Mama Miss said, oh, yeah, I remember that. And then Mama
Hey,
Miss
Hope.
said, I grew up in Chicagoland in the 80s and 90s. And
oh, yeah, MJ.
And he was definitely a character.
Oh.
And then Mom Miss said, Phillies Hyman would be good. And then Evelyn said, hey, I thought you were starting at 8 Eastern. Hi, everyone.
Who's funny? Who just said that?
Evelyn.
Oh, hey, Evelyn. No, not 8 Eastern. 8 Eastern is the NBA All-Star game. You know me and my sports. I had to come on early. Yeah, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And I'm not staying on long, but, wanted to talk about this cusp of sensitivity. And, every time I say that, do you guys remember, when Boyz II Men kind of broke up and they all went solo? Obviously, Bobby Brown. I mean, not Boyz II Men, New Edition. when Ralph Tresvant dropped his first album, Sensitivity, that song was dope. So every time I say cusp of sensitivity, I always got to do my little Ralph Tresvant. Yo, if you grew up in the 80s, New Edition was the joint, yo. And that movie they had of them on BET, oh, that was fire. Every little step I break, you will be there. Every little step I take, we'll be together. Any heartbreak. Yo, New Edition was dope. Don't make me start singing my Johnny Gill. Y'all ain't ready for that. I'm not a singer. You know what? This one teases me. Right? He always be getting on me about my singing. And, so truth be told, in high school, in chorus class, I was a singer. I could sing. But then what happened was, this happens to young boys, the bass kicked in. And I got a lot of bass. And when the bass kicked in, I didn't learn how to sing with the bass. So I lost that alto and I lost, some of the, what I'm saying? A little something. It's all right, because I just, I was an MC anyway. I just went to spitting. And I'll never stop doing that, right? My last breath will be a rhyme, okay? So you should have seen me in the hospital when I woke up out of a coma. When I woke up, I mean, within, I don't even know, less than 48 hours, I was already rhyming. And actually got me really upset because I was rhyming for a nurse and I couldn't remember one of my rhymes. But they let me know that it would take a couple of days for my memory and everything to come back. Like, I remembered like who people were and stuff, but I was still like in a Neptune. Everything's full circle. I was still in a Neptunian fog, right? All the medicine and drugs coming out of a coma. So I was still kind of like, and then I tried to rhyme for one of the nurses. I didn't want them to think, that this is like this like half dead corpse in a bed. I'm like, yo, you don't know who I am. I'm Big E. I'm Eric Taylor. I'm E complete. I'm no joke. Don't just look at me in this hospital bed all frail and half broken up. I'm the effing man. You better recognize. I got bars from here to Mars causing scars. Okay, but so it was very humbling for me. It actually brought me to tears. But once they explained it to me, and then a couple days later, he was right. My brain cleared up, and then I could remember my rhymes, and I was like, "Oh, thank you, God." You don't understand. That's very scary for Virgo, Mars, Sun, and Mercury, not to remember their rhymes and to be able to spit. That was effing my head up for a couple of days. And I started having those Dana Dane nightmares of the night. Nightmares. I'm a little silly tonight. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm exhausted. Didn't sleep so well. Had a great class today. I've been, working and grinding. And I figured I had to come on and talk to y'all because I miss you guys. Right? Remember I told you my goal was at the end of this year to get to 200 episodes. I had to get back to twice a week. trying to come on 2 times a week, not just once. I've been once for the last 2-3 weeks. So, but any thoughts about the astral weather, right? The moon is conjunct Saturn tonight in Aquarius. There could be, tomorrow's President's Day. Saturn is authority in the government. There might be some interesting news tomorrow on this Pisces new moon. Some new rules, regulations, restrictions. Still got to clean up all this stuff in Ohio, the oil, all the toxins. I think y'all know. Y'all can see what's happening, what's going on. Right? There's no accidents. Never forget that. Okay? As one of my twins used to say when he was a little bit, he dropped something on the floor. He goes, "It's just an accidente." I love that. Accidente. So I say accidente all the time now. I love being a father. That's a good thing. All right. So let's get back to the chat. But yeah, share with me your Pisces house or just how you're feeling with this energy. Have you guys been dreaming a lot lately? Hopefully you've been meditating, seeing some different colors. This is a good time, right? Saturn in Pisces, March 7th. Put in that discipline, at least 15 to 30 to an hour a day, whatever you can do, but get that spiritual ritual routine, right? Even honoring the ancestors. That's important too. Okay.
Okay, then let me see. Evelyn said, anyway, what were we talking about? And then Mom Miss said, yes, I got a poem I sing that sensitivity line. And then
we're talking about the cusp of sensitivity and the Astro-Weather.
Then Mom Miss said, LOL. Okay, Reimer, how old are you, Eddie?
How old is what?
LOL. Okay, Reimer, how old are you?
Oh, I'm an OG. I'm a mess. I'm 52.
Yeah, Evelyn said, I think he's 52.
Yeah, Evelyn knows.
And then Mom Miss said, oh, it's okay. Well, we cool with silly. And then Johanna said, happy new moon. And then
yes, happy new moon to all you guys. Yeah.
That's cute, accidente.
My little twin used to say that all the time.
And then Robert said, and Robert Washington said hi.
What's up, Robert Washington? Happy birthday, Mr. Aquafish. Mama Mist, I would tell you honestly, you're really more of an Aquarius because you're at like 25 or 26 degrees, right? Pretty sure, So that official Aquarius season ends at 27 degrees because 2 and 7 is 9. Numerology, that's the completion, the ending. The 28 and 29, it starts to be the critical degrees and it ingresses into the next sign. That's why I tell you guys, don't look on the internet and some of these astrologers giving you a 7 or 9 day orb. The cusp is only a 5-degree orb, and some astrologers only use 2 or 3. So, right, 28, 29, 0, 1, 2. So this year it's the 17th to the 21st. And I've seen other years where it's the 18th to the 22nd. Remember, February is a tricky month because it has 29 days every 4 years, right? The leap year. So, it's, but like I said, some astrologers use 29 and 0. Some use 29, 0, 1. I do the 5-day orb, but I've seen, plenty of people, and I'm not hating on nobody on YouTube or whatever, but, that use 7, 9-day orbs. That's too much. You're not feeling that. Okay. This is not like a straight up conjunction. This is just the ingress, the transition of going from the fixed air to the mutable water. So when's your birthday, Robert? Happy birthday. I don't know if you're 29 Aquarius or 01 Pisces. But...
Robert said, love you, man. I appreciate the happy birthday, Taylor.
Yeah. So let me know, like in terms of relationships, what energy, because I was talking about it earlier. I was waiting for you to come on, but so I went through a couple of great matches. I tend to feel, and you're legit cusp, you can work better with other cusps. Not saying, because you need a whole synastry chart. You can work, any two people can work. That's what synastry is for, to learn how to manage the vibrations and energies of all the planets in your chart. But if we're looking at a generalization, the aquafish goes good with the cusp of magic, the cusp of exposure, the cusp of beauty, the cusp of oscillation. Now, if you don't know those, cusp of magic, Gemini, Cancer. Cusp of oscillation, Cancer, Leo. Cusp of exposure, Leo, Virgo. Cusp of beauty, Virgo, Libra. I wouldn't do Capricorn, Aquarius. Cusp of mystery and imagination. That's not so bueno. Even though you have the Pisces, Capricorn sextile and Aquarius, you'd almost be better off doing the cusp of power, Aries, Taurus cusp. If you were doing a solo sign, and remember I told you when you're looking at relationships, the sun is like the fifth or sixth thing you're going to look at. You're going to look at the fifth and seventh house, Venus and Jupiter, the moon, before you look at the sun, okay? So just turn off that sun sign mindset, especially for matching and love and relationships. But even cusp of revolution, Scorpio, Sag cusp can work well with that, But cusp of power, Aries, Taurus. So Robert, and I get back to the train of thought. A single sign that would be good. Libra, especially because Venus is exalted in Pisces and Libra is trine to Aquarius. Libra can work well with this energy. Also, Virgo and Aquarius create this weird bubble, but it's based on intellect and the Virgo Pisces opposition. Cancer, I wouldn't really like that. The Leo, potentially Leo, Oh, I think Gemini could do good, So, Robert, I don't know if you want to share in terms of relationships for you, what you've noticed has worked out. But cusp signs can be really cool for the other cusps in relationships. It's like you got 4 people in a relationship. That's a whole nother conversation. You dig? So any questions, you guys, or any thoughts on this Pisces new moon? I hope you're, setting some really positive intentions. This is the fantasies coming true, the dreams coming true, taking things from the imagination to the reality, right? We're coming into a more compassionate, empathetic energy. But it shifts really quick in Pisces season because just in, less than 2 weeks, we're going to be jumping into Saturn and Pisces. So the clock for the time is ticking. So please, you guys, really put in that work. Turn off the television. Put down the phone, unless you're turning it on for YouTube for like a guided meditation or this or that or whatever. But really focus on your breath work. Activate those cells. Activate your Kundalini. Activate the pineal gland, the third eye. You know what I mean? Like really be intentional because things can manifest quickly. Remember, we still have all the momentum to April 20th of the planets being forward. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the calendar's like, it's boogieing, it's moving. Things are happening. Boom, 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 boom. I've been crazy busy lately. I'm moving, I'm grinding. Boom, boom, boom. Charts. This, that, meetings, and that's the momentum of all the planets being direct for this duration of time. This is like, it hasn't been this long for a while, and there's so many shifts in 2023. You guys know Saturn Pisces, Pluto Aquarius, Jupiter Taurus, Venus retrograde in Leo, the nodes going from Taurus and Scorpio to Aries Libra. That's going to be officially in July, and then the official eclipse for that won't be until the autumn Libra season, Libra Scorpio season. But in April, May, we're going to have like a out of sign eclipse. So Aries, Scorpio, and Taurus, Libra. Kind of weird. But that happens sometimes in astrology. I haven't done enough research to tell you why, so don't ask me, but it does. So, when you think of all that, you can tell there's going to be a lot of changes in 2023. Some will be for the greater good, and some might not be so bueno. So, any last questions or comments? We're going to bounce. We got to get dinner and get ready for the NBA All-Star game. It should be fun. Did you see the boy last night? Mac McClellan.
He's only 6'2".
He's only 6'2". And he was like, yes, white men can jump. Brother got hops, 43 and an inch half vertical. And what did I tell you? I said it the other day. I said, it's with the Aquarius moon, it's like taking flight. He surely took flight because he was like in the air forever. It was crazy. I know a lot of you guys aren't into sports, but I can't help it. I am half Cro-Magnon man. And I realize I'm unique and rare. You're not going to find too many dudes that can rock with the astrology and esoteric occult knowledge and be all spiritual and meditating and yoga and then be like, yo, it's time for some football, basketball, spitting rhymes, straight, real dude. They don't make them like me anymore. I'm going to let you know. I'm trying to instill that into the shorties, right? For the next generation. But, because he's artistic and he kind of, he knows a little bit about astrology. He doesn't know that much yet. You would think being here with his father, he would know a lot more, but he's tuning out, right? He just knows he's a Gemini sun and moon. Where's your Mercury at again? Do you remember?
Virgo?
No, Taurus.
Oh.
Gosh, you're Virgo rising.
Oh.
The youth. All right, read the last comment.
Okay.
I hope you guys are feeling good. I'm sending you all a lot of love and healing energy, okay? Oh, let me ask you, have you guys been seeing colors? A lot of colors have been coming up when I'm meditating. A lot of do the breath work. You see it. I still up to the ice cold 4-minute showers. So great. Makes you feel alive and vibrant. Get the D's back on.
Okay, so we got Robert Washington said February 20th, and then Bella Moru said, I've been having dreams the past few nights featuring my brother, who is a Pisces that I haven't talked to for almost a year.
Oh, that's deep, Bella.
Since I put boundaries up.
Yeah.
And then
I think energetically he's probably missing you and wishing he was back in your realm and life again.
Then Bella said, I'm cusp of isolation. And then
Oscillation.
Oscillation.
Oscillation, yeah.
And then the Mama Miss said, I get that, but I go by what I feel. The other planets that are conjunct in the stellium that hovers in Aquarius-Pisces. And then Robert Washington said, what about the cusp of rebirth in this inner relationship?
Yeah. I mean, listen, remember I told you got to look at the whole chart. Of course it can work. Any two people can work. You see, what happens is that you have to find out, is your Mars hitting their Venus? Is your Mars hitting their moon? Is your Mercury hitting the Saturn? It's a story. You lay the two charts on top of each other, and then the planets are communicating with one another, and there'll be some challenging energy, and there'll be some easy energy. It's about you learning it so then you know how to work with it. Right? Squares and oppositions aren't all bad because they can lead to balance and growth and change and acceptance, compassion, grace, mercy. Trines and sextiles make the relationship very, kind of easier. But what happens if it's too easy? You can get lazy and not appreciate who you got and what you got. So everything's about balance, you guys. There's no bad placement or negative, you know what I mean? It's just energies that are more challenging to work with, right? If your Venus is on Virgo, right? It's fall. But plenty of Venus and Virgo people have great marriages and love and relationships. You just got to learn how to rock with it, how to bounce with it, how to lean with it, how to get blue and cream with it, Wu-Tang for the children, right? So that's all. Go ahead. But yes, it can work.
Then let me see. Oh yeah. Supernova Meditation said thanks, Eric. And then
Hey, Supernova.
And then Hope said, I'm the cusp of magic, as you know.
I know. That's why you're so dope, Hope. Cusp of magic, you guys, is one of the best cusps out there. These people are.
Whew. And then Hope said, Robert, he has videos on his channel about all the cusps. And then Mama Miss.
Oh, she's telling Robert that? Yeah. And also in this here in the description, I attached my second cusp of sensitivity video. I've done 2 for each cusp. One was 3 years ago. The other one, I guess now it's up almost 2 years ago. So obviously the technology is better of the one 2 years ago. But my cusp videos are really popular. I'm like in the top 5 for all of them for astrologers on YouTube. So it's actually kind of cool. But yeah, watch them. Watch both of them because I touch on different things. Okay. But I do talk about love and sex and relationships. So.
Mama Miss said, so you saying a Leo Virgo cusper?
Yeah, Mama Miss, that could be very good for you. Leo Virgo cusp, and also that's cusp of exposure, but also the cusp of beauty, Virgo Libra. But they can be hard to be in relations with cusp of beauty. You gotta meet their wants and desires and needs. They want you to be like amazing. You know what I mean? Like sometimes they're unrealistic with. They're great people. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of cusp of beauty people, but I haven't seen them have too many successful long-term relationships. If I'm being honest, I mean just the ones I know. But that's like I said, when you're looking at that, that's still always going to be a generalization. But I'm just speaking facts, truth. Go ahead.
Then Mama Miss said, I have always been in love with Michael Jackson.
Oh, come on. Who doesn't love Mike? He's the GOAT. MJ, the Virgo, August 29th. Did you like, Mama Miss, did you like my celebrity birth chart reading on Michael Jackson's chart? I thought I went in on that. I thought I went ham. Almost worked with Mike. Oh, I was this close to meeting Mike and working with him. I'm so bummed. They canceled the video shoot from his song that he did with Notorious Big. And I'd auditioned for it. I was going to be in that joint. That would have been amazing. And I never saw Mike live in concert. I did see him in New York City for the play, for The Wiz. I did see that live. I was a baby. I was like 5, 6 years old, but I saw that. That was amazing. But I never saw him live singing. Always wanted to. So maybe next lifetime. His name will be Jonathan Dalrymple instead of Michael Jackson.
All right. Then Mama Miss said, my mom was September 25th. She was very hard on me.
Oh, yeah. That's like right around that cusp. And Will Smith's on that cusp, I think. I think he's the 24th or 25th. So, yeah. No, Virgo Libra cusp, they're tough on people in their lives, family and loved ones, But yeah, you guys, go watch the cusp videos. Like I said, I put in the description. Please like it for me. You guys, any of your Pisces friends, let them know about my Pisces birth chart sale. Rocking to March 20th, then 21st, the real astrological new year, and the real new year, spring equinox, Aries season. I'll start my Aries birth chart sale. And we'll be rocking and rolling. I also just announced, and I'll be putting up the video, but in the community, I put it up, a new service, right, of just audio birth chart readings. Nothing written, no videos, just straight up audio for only $75. So I'm excited about doing that. And I hope people take advantage of it. So you'll get the MP3 or MP4 of the full birth chart reading, just strictly audio. Okay. And I'll see you guys next week. It's a busy week for me, week 2 of my course. Got wifey's birthday coming up. I got just a lot of charts and stuff. And Mama Miss hit me up. Let me know if you still want to rock or whatever. And everything's good. You know, God is good. I love you guys. I hope you have a blessed new moon. Do something creative.
Oh,
Do some
Mom
breath
Miss
work,
said I never
meditate.
met him in person, but I met his mom and most of his siblings.
Oh, Michael?
Mhm.
Oh, cool, Mama Miss. Really? Wow, that must have been fascinating. Did you meet Tito? Tito Jackson. Oh my God. Yeah. I had a friend that like met Janet or whatever, but I never met any of them. Never met any of them. My sister saw them live in concert a bunch. She saw the Jacksons and stuff. But yeah, I never met them, never saw them in concert. I missed the Rhythm Nation and the Victory Tour and all that stuff. Should have gone. Who knew? You know, I was hoping to go to that final tour of Mike. I was planning on that. This is it. And then it was it. So, got to go eat dinner and watch the NBA All-Star game. Love you guys. I'll see you next week, either Tuesday or Wednesday. Be safe. Enjoy Pisces season. Watch the Pisces new moon video again tonight so you can get ready. And get your energy right tonight while you're sleeping. We'll have the Pisces new moon at 1 degree. Episode 118, knowledge. I'm out. Bye.
Bye. Okay.